Okay, here's the startup. As you can see, he's deployed and we've deployed afterwards. He's quite a reasonably dense formation. He's got 3 ranks all the way along with his general behind. Look on the top map on the top right, you see a nice formed line all the way down. 3 ranks all the way down because he's got 120 in each of his units. In order to match him across from there, if we look across here, you'll see that we've had to go a lot thinner. In fact, I think I'll just push it over quickly, get over here. If I draw up horse as part of my line, that's not good news because he'll just draw forward and shoot at them. Pull up a bit so we can see. Right, there's my line. Look along the line. I'll show you a point where we come out of the trees because otherwise it's you can't see them properly. Where on earth have they gone? Here we are. 2 in our lines in order to match him. 1 in some places here. They're a regiment of musketeers. I've got my artillery as well, bolstering my line, but still we're having to go that thin in order to be able to match him. The conscripts, I've tried to keep theirs quite thick. Well, as thick as I possibly can. That's these here at the end. The well, I say conscripts, they're militia, aren't they? So we have got a decent sort of size for those to match him, and I've put them right on the ends as well because they will be supported by the cavalry. So I'm hoping the militia aren't going to have to do a great deal of work there at all. So it's going to be mainly the other troops that do it. The plan is that we fire our artillery at him. We're already unlimbered. He'll come forward because he doesn't want to be hit by the artillery. He'll maintain his line. He'll try and go one-on-one with me, knowing that he will lose about the same number of men, but he's got more of them, and so eventually he'll win. So what I'll do is, as soon as we're engaged in the centre there, I'll bring the cavalry around the flanks, attack him from the flanks, and of course the artillery should be able to thin his ranks as well by hitting him with grape shot. The artillery you can see, looking on the top right map again, as crosses on the battlefield, so they're sort of like away from the flank. So I'm expecting them to do some damage in front of them there. I'm just looking at the top right now. Some damage in this area here to these regiments. These will do damage to these regiments in this area. The horse will help defeat these here and these here, which means that we only really have to have the centre to deal with, where I've got my better quality troops, and I've also got my grenadiers in the middle as well. We are going to have to, when it gets to that stage, hit him with the bayonet, because it's going to be important to us that we get to hand as quickly as we possibly can. And the rest of it, is, of course, is all simply timing. So, let's go for the battle. Now, that should put the sound on. I hope you can still hear me. If not, I can only apologise for that. So, okay, artillery firing away. It looks like at the moment we're just hitting perhaps some hilly areas, 20, so we're not having too much effect there. Again, I'll speak up loud right now, but if the volume is too high in this game from the sound of it, then this will be my first test. Right, this one off as a bit of a failure for that. Other than that, you should be able to hear all the sound effects on the battle and hear my voice also at the same time. Okay, so we're hoping the artillery is going to force his line to come forward. He's not doing that at the moment. He's just coming forward at the moment with his own horse. That's his general, the only horse that he's got. I don't know if my artillery's actually hit any of those. No, it hasn't. 18 out of 18. It does look as though he's keeping his line though, as you can see all the way down here. You'll probably find that he can maintain this until my cannon start to play on his enemies. I can't see that anything's actually been hit yet. So his body's lying around. You can hear some horses whinnying there, so maybe he did hit his general. Not too sure. Notice they all move quite quickly. These are running, of course, in order to get as close as they can to one-on-one fire with me, so that they can start to use their not so much advantage, but advantage in numbers, parity with the muskets that they've got. Okay, now let's see if we're anywhere near grape shot range. See, he's maintaining his line. He's not bunching, as used to happen in Empire Total War. So he will be able to get that sort of good line formation, be able to cause some damage. Now 117 out of 120 there, so we have gone through one of his files, taking the file out. You can see some casualties around here. Sorry about that if you couldn't hear that. The volume does go up on the the game when you're getting close. Not a lot that I can do about that, I'm afraid. Okay, the thin line is a very much British tactics here. Thin red line. And he's still outside great shot range there, still in the range of ball at the moment. I do need him to come to within musket shot range before I start moving the cavalry around. Okay, so I'm talking a bit loud because the effects on the game are going to affect the voice on here, so if it appears that I'm shouting a bit, I do apologise for that, but it's really just so you can hear me. So you might notice as well that the whole thing shakes when the cannons go off. Another quite disturbing thing. It's not me doing anything with the camera. That really is literally just the artillery rocking the earth. So we're down to 115 there. We're down to 111 there. So the artillery are having an effect. I don't know what this is. They're the general staff, 16, 18. So they've obviously come close enough to be able to take a bit of fire. I would imagine that's just still ball, by the way, because I don't think anything has really quite come close enough to get hit by grape shot yet. But believe you me, there will certainly be some grape shot that's going down shortly. So, okay. Now, still not close enough yet. He's getting closer though. Might just risk turning the artillery now over to grape shot, just to see. Yep, we're almost there, aren't we? Almost in range of the grape shot there. So we'll do that on both of them. Now this is where we start to do some real damage when we get the grape shot going, because we can, they're firing it even though they're out of range. It's a bit silly, isn't it? Doesn't make any sense at all, does it? Let's have a look at these over here. They're virtually in range. These over here, just not yet in range. So maybe I'll give them a bit more ball actually before we go over. So that's a bit better, isn't it? We might get one shot in with ball. That was just a bit of a waste, that, wasn't it, really? I had no idea that they would fire grape shot when they couldn't even reach with the grape shot. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? I thought the artillerymen would have had just a little bit more sense than that, really. Okay, we're closing up now, getting to the range now where we can start to think about bringing the cavalry around, because he's getting close enough, certainly on the right flank there, to be getting near to our militia. Okay, so let's change these over now to grape shot. We should just about be in range. Yes, we are. Okay, 111 out of 120. A fair amount of damage there. Right, now we're close enough up now to be able to be doing some damage there. We will be winning that, I'm afraid. Let's pull the cavalry around this flank. And prepare to charge. What have we got here? There's his general staff coming round. Obviously wanting to counter that that cavalry movement. Let's see if I can get this cavalry round as well, because by now he should be exposing a flank over here as well. Yep. Now let's see where his general staff have gone. See if we can hurry this up a bit to get there. Make sure he's not actually hitting me before we get there. General staff are not particularly good cavalry, so I'm going to go. I've got foot as well. This horse and this horse. Let's take out that general with those and hope the conscripts can survive long enough without. It might affect the morale as well, having the general dead. So that will be no bad thing. Let's have a look, see if our cavalry are in position yet to start this flanking movement. We've got what, 120 there still. We're still on 120, so he really has only just got into contact there. So here comes my flanking movement on the first infantry unit. Round, because they'll be hitting the second infantry unit and of course the third infantry unit as well. It seems to be going in a kind of, is it a kind of echelon formation maybe? I'm not too sure about that. I don't know why it's not allowing me to have combat. It's not allowing me anything but combat. So, right, okay, so that's the first lot of cavalry in. Let's send in the second lot of cavalry in there. And we'll send in the third lot of cavalry perhaps into here. Right, now these first artillery here, we don't need those firing grape shots anymore, so I'm going to limber that cavalry up. I don't want them to be in a position where